Here's a story of action, bravery, pride and valor. It is not a story of fictionalized kings and princes but of 21 Sikhs of this 36th Regiment of the British Army. It is the story of those men who refused to give up in the face of adversity and certainty of imminent death. The Indian history books, however, have often shied away from discussing it. However, lesser known stories from history are making a resurgence thanks to pop culture and cinema. There are now many movies being released on the battle, namely Ajay Devgan's Son of Sardar 2, Akshay Kumar's Kesari, and Rajkumar Santoshi's Randeep Hooda starrer Battle of Sargari. Those who are fascinated with the movie 300 would be even more impressed by what a group of 21 Sikh men did in the Battle of Sargari. So today in Shorts Entertainment, we will know about one of the most greatest battles ever, the Battle of Sargari. Guys, if you like our channel and videos, then subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon for all notifications. The Battle of Sargari occurred on 12 September 1897 during the Tira campaign and was fought between 10,000 Afghan tribesmen and just 21 soldiers of the 4th Battalion of the British India's Sikh Regiment. All 21 Sikhs chose to defend their army post instead of choosing to surrender. The UK Parliament gave all the brave Sikh soldiers a standing ovation and posthumously awarded them the Indian Order of Merit after. The main objective was to defend the Fort Lockhart from the 10,000 Afghans. Despite of huge enemy numbers, the soldiers decided to fight. Surrender would have probably saved their lives. It would have made the fall of Fort Lockhart certain. The battle, which was being fought with guns, turned into hand-to-hand combat. Ishar Singh ordered his soldiers to remain in the inner lines and decided to take on the Afghans himself. The battle was intense as the menacing Afghans were too strong in numbers. At last, Gurmukh Singh, the soldier who communicated and narrated the battle to Colonel Houghton, said that since their number was shrinking quickly, he will have to leave the communication set and play his role of a soldier. He went out to fight in the battle along with his fellow soldiers. Colonel Houghton could only hear the Sikhs shouting their battle cry, "Jo bole so nihal, Sat Sri Akal," but slowly the sounds died along with the 21 bravehearts who kept 10,000 Afghans at bay for almost 3 hours. As a result, Colonel Houghton got time to get reinforcement and Fort Lockhart was defended. The Sikh soldiers fought bravely, and it is really important to mention that they fought until they lost their last breaths. Even after a hefty number of soldiers in the Afghan army, after approximately 9-12 hours, there were still 10 Sikh soldiers left, fighting bravely with heart and soul. The youngest of all soldiers, aged 19, knocked down 20 tribesmen before falling to sleep forever. The commander Habildar Iswar Singh also laid down some 20 men hand-to-hand before expiring. Other 20 also depicted the same tale of boldness and manliness. The British saw the brave last stand at Sargari as an example of the courage and commitment of the warrior Sikhs to fight to the bitter end. It echoes the call within the Sikh national anthem to die fighting while remembering God. The fierce bravery of the 21 Sikhs sent ripple across the world. The British Parliament halted their session midway to give a standing ovation to the massacred 21 in September 1897. The British monarch praised the men and said it is no exaggeration to record that the armies which possess the valiant Sikhs cannot face defeat in war. The great act of the British was to ensure India would never forget the last stand, and that would always be remembered. A memorial Gurudwara was built at Firozpur, the regimental cantonment, and in Amritsar near Sri Harimandir Sahib, the Golden Temple was built. Another memorial was built at Fort Lockhart. 12th September is celebrated as the Sargari Day in honor of the sacrifices made by those 21 brave soldiers, and it's observed as the Sikh Military Commemoration Day, where 3 Gurudwaras, Sargari, Firozpur and Amritsar have been made to commemorate their sacrifice. As nobody remembers this battle, but this battle ranks on the second position on the list of the greatest battles in history.